This is Agent 001 from Autospies.com in beautiful Barcelona at the Catalunya track, and we have got a special treat for you. We've been showing you the new 328 and the 3 Series from BMW, totally redesigned, but I've got a special guest, my friend Ulrich from BMW, to show us for the first time the gorgeous, amazing, the one you want, 335-m Sport. Ulrich, tell us what's different about this car and why we should be excited. Always 3 Series, amazing, wins all the awards. How did you take it to the next level on this one?
Yeah, first of all, I think we have a fantastic design. As you already have seen here in the front, very broad stand on the road, very low, broad kidney.
Yes, if you look from the side here, you can see the hood sloping down. And it's hard to appreciate in pictures, but when you see this on the road, it looks more menacing, stronger on the road.
Absolutely. And as a new highlight here, the kidney is open from the side, and it's really a 3-dimensional optic with the headlights going directly here to the kidney. So fantastic optic. What you are seeing here, besides, is the M Sports package coming in the second half of 2012. So with an own optic, very sporty, very broad optic here.
So as we come along to the side, show us some highlights. Feature line of the car, actually 2 lines I see for the first time on a 3 Series.
We have 2 lines here, which gives the car a fantastic wedge form. This is the first one, and they slightly overlap here in this area and gives the car a very dynamic, very sporty optic from the side. Besides, the car grew in size by around about 90 millimeters, and so the proportions are even more dynamic and more sporty than before.
Do we know the name of this color? It's quite attractive.
The color is Estoril Blue. It's the exclusive M Sport color, so you only get it with the M Sports package.
And if you've had previous generation M3s, you knew you could buy it on the M3, and it always looks great in this color. It's a classic. So let's come to the back. Let's come to the back.
Yeah, the back is showing the characteristic BMW optic with the L-shaped headlights here, the L shape and the glowing bars here.
Now there's 2 bars on the 3 Series. 5 and 7 get 3 bars.
Right, so here it's 2 bars, you have a lot of horizontal line and a fantastic stand on the road, and what we're very proud of is that the wheels really stand perfectly in the wheel arches here. So the track has been increased by around about 40 millimeters, and this gives this perfect stand on the road.
So we drove the 328 yesterday through the mountains, and it was quite a drive. And one of the things that's amazing is coming to the US for the first time is a 4-cylinder motor. And I know what a lot of people are thinking. Oh my God, 4 cylinders on a BMW, it's sacrilegious in the United States. But I drove that car yesterday, and I'm going to tell you right now, you have never driven a 4-cylinder like this. It has all the power, it's got all the pull, and I think just what BMW did with the 335 twin turbo, how revolutionary that was, when you test drive this car, you're going to say, this is the best 4-cylinder car I've ever driven.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic engine, and it has a lot of torque and power and a fantastic ride.
Now, you know, I drive right now a 2011 M Sport 335 diesel, and I started to think to myself, the 328 already gets amazing mileage. But now with the 8-speed transmission, with all of the different features, the Eco mode, this car actually may rival the 335D in actual gas mileage and cost a lot less.
Yes, absolutely. So it's dynamics and efficiency in one.
So there's a few lines of the product. We're going to look here on the board. We've got the modern line, we've got the sport line.
Yes.
And then we've got the luxury line. Tell us why you did it this way in these packages, and assure the people that want to custom order their car that you haven't forgotten about them, that if they want to configure it exactly the way they want it, they can still do that. These are just suggested packages.
These are suggested packages, and they are design worlds with a lot of possibilities of choice also within the design world. If you look here, you have a lot of choices within the design world of sport. And if you choose something out of that, you always get a very coherent design package.
So this is your baby, right? You're in charge of the 3 Series product. A lot of pressure, because obviously it's a legendary car. Tell the fans out there, what are your favorite colors in the new car?
Well, Personally, my favorite color is here, that one in Melbourne Red for the sport line. That is also the positioning color, what we are showing in the communication, in the catalogs, and in the TVCs.
And that's what we drove yesterday.
And that's what you drove yesterday. I think this is a perfect fit, but of course all other colors are also beautiful on this car.
I was thinking to myself today, this car was going to look awesome in black.
Yeah, absolutely. So black is also a classical color for this car. Yeah.
So we've looked at the exterior. Now we're going to get inside and kind of give you the same type of tour of the inside of the all-new BMW 3 Series, and specifically the 335M Sport version. So we've seen the outside, but even more exciting, in my opinion, is the all-new 3 Series interior. If you've been a fan of BMW, maybe one criticism on the cars in previous were that they were a little too Spartan and not as luxurious and premium looking as they should be. But let me tell you, they have corrected all of that right now. And number one, when you look at this interior, you see this beautiful new nav screen. As you take a look from the side, it looks just like an iPad has been embedded into the dash. So why don't you tell us, Ulrich, some of the new things about the interior and what's exciting?
Yeah, most of all, I think exciting is that you have a real cockpit feeling. So the center console here is really bended towards the driver, which gives you the feeling of really sitting in a cockpit, very driver orientated. And then we have a 4-tube instrument cluster here with all the relevant information you need also for a sporty ride. And here, for example, you have the oil temperature of the engine, which is a very important information, and it's really measuring the temperature so you can see where you are, how warm your engine is.
So now I see a new button here next to the Comfort Access Start button that says off. Is that the stop-start technology button above that?
Yes, that is the start-stop, and so it's normally in the start-stop mode, but if you don't like it, you can also here with this button above disable it.
Now, for the people who don't know what stop-start is, could you just give us like a 30-second explanation of what that does for the car and why you would want it?
Yes, if you are, for example, stopping at a traffic light, the idea is that the engine then shuts off automatically and you save fuel by that, because if you are not driving, why should the engine be running? And then directly when the traffic light gets on green again, automatically, if you want to start directly, the engine is going on again. But if you don't like this shut off, you can also disable it.
And that's been in Europe for a while, coming into the first cars in the United States.
Yes.
I think it's a good idea for people who are, want to look at the economy, gas prices.
Yes.
I think that's fantastic. And so as we go through the car, we've looked at the new nav screen, high resolution, almost looks like the Retina display on an iPhone. It looks really great. You've got your center stack here with all of your controls. You can do dual temperature controls, your radio controls. But my favorite part, as a 3 Series owner, this console area where the gear shift lever is never has had a lot of utility and space on previous 3 Series. And there's some really cool things. They might not be big things, but to me, as an everyday driver of this car, I'm excited about it. And the first thing is, we've got this really nice tray to put items, but you also can just take it out.
Yes, you can take it out.
And then you've got your coffee holders below it, and you still have the cigarette lighter area below this for more storage if you want to put something inside there. And I love the way they've tied this design together where it slopes inward and biases towards the driver. So you've got iDrive here, you've got the gear shift lever, and then of course we've got a couple new things here, and that is we've got the Eco Pro mode. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, the Eco Pro mode is one mode of the driving experience control. And if you go into the Eco Pro mode, this helps you saving fuel again. So everything is optimized on efficiency, but also you can go into the sport mode. It's a toggle button, just toggle here in the direction of sport. Then all the parameters of the car are even more sporty than in the basic setting.
And specifically in the 328 that we drove yesterday, you've done a little flap in the exhaust. It's got a nice little sound that previous 328s have not had before.
Yeah, this is about sound engineering, but it's all natural. It's no fake. It's really the fantastic sound of this engine, a very sporty sound. Yeah.
So other things here that we see this nice aluminum, but when you look at pictures, you see these color-keyed strips, trim strips that are in the car, and in photos they look like they're a piece of plastic, or they don't look like the matte metal finish that they are in person. Have you ever seen a matte blue car or a matte red car? We drove the Sport. It literally is an actual piece of metal like the exterior of a car, and I think it's a really nice complementary trim piece,
Yes.
and it changes the look of the car. And also with the navigation screen, the way that it's been implemented, it lowers the dash a little bit, where it was a little bit intimidating because you had the double hump in the old car, and I like the way that's been integrated so far.
Yes, absolutely. It's fantastic integrated, and one advantage of that is by showing it that free, you can lower the whole dashboard and get a very light feeling here of the dashboard.
So we turn on the radio there. Another thing here in the M Sport that I'm looking at that, I know that I'm going to like is we've got this really nice, almost like a honeycomb treatment inside the upholstery and the seats. It might be hard to see here in the video, but there's like an Alcantara, and then they combine it with this honeycomb in the blue matching color. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is our classical M Sport exclusive upholstery. And we always have the Alcantara as a very sporty element on the side of the seats, and then this very exclusive fabrics here in the middle. But of course it's also possible to get it with full leather equipment.
And now, some of the technology that people who are used to driving 7 Series, 5 Series, like lane departure warning, one of my favorites, of course, the heads-up display is now in the 3 Series. So you've got navigation information, you've got your speed, you can keep your eyes on the road. I think that's one of my favorite things that you guys have added to this car.
Yeah.
So you've added a lot of things that would normally be premium that haven't existed in this car, and so it's gotten a much higher level feel to it than it has in the past.
It does. It's a real step, and the head-up display, we are really the first ones who have it in this segment. It's full color, every information is on it, like you said, and this is really a challenge to get this package-wise into a car of this size, and so our engineers really did a good job there.
And it's beautiful resolution. Driving it on the road, it's just super crisp, works in all of the different light levels. They've done a really nice job with that. So, in closing here, we've taken a look at the all-new 335M Sport. We've been driving the 328 petrol version here in Spain, and we're excited because the 3 Series really has set the bar pretty high, and the competitors over the past few years, it's been getting a little hotter in that segment. They all want a piece of this pie, and I'll tell you, personally driving this new BMW 3 Series, they've raised it again, and I will tell you, it's not going to be easy for the competition to come against this car. They're going to find a really great performer, and in every single way, exterior design, interior, ergonomics, feel, quality of materials, layout, they have improved it like Apple does when they make a product and they just keep tweaking it and making it better and better. So great job on the new car. We're looking forward. It comes February 11th in the United States.
Yes.
And then this sport version, you'll be able to get it summertime USA.
Right.
Cool. So this is Agent 001 live in Barcelona from the 3 Series introduction. Remember, spy before you buy.
This is autospies.com. Spy before you buy.
This is autospies.com. Spy before you buy.
Spy before you buy.
Spy before you buy.
Spy before you buy.